What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're going to be back on the TapTap testing servers to show you guys two new bonus stats that are coming to S tier and higher copies. They are called Ship Crusher, which is going to be a way to bypass or actually just deal more damage to shielded enemies. Really good in PvP, kind of usable in certain PvE scenarios where there are some shielding. Usually there's not too much. And the big one called Hunter's Focus. And that one is basically a full uptime Defier effect. Yes, it sounds insane, kind of is insane, and it might be worth chasing some S tier heroes for those of you who spend in the game, especially for your Lord of Fear Aspen, if you really care about Star Expedition damage, because you can have Giant Killer, you can have Defier, and now you can also have Hunter Focus. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's jump right into it. So just to refresh your memories from yesterday, we did talk about the brand new Soul Gathering. We still talk about how crappy the Soul Perfection system is. At least Soul Gathering feels a little better. Still gonna be a system I don't think a lot of players are going to use. And then of course we still have Soul Awakenings. But the one big thing is for S tier and higher, you won't notice anything new, I don't believe, in the A tier section. That is correct. However, when you scroll through the S tier section, there are two new abilities. One being Shipbreaker, the other being Hunter Focus. Now, the first one that we have is pretty self-explanatory. Ship Crusher is just going to give your hero increased damage dealt to enemies with shields by 180%. Now, I don't know if that means like you're getting 180% more, or if they're talking about you're doing 80% more, you know, like your attacks do 180% damage instead of just 100% damage, you know. So we'll have to see exactly how that mathematically works out, but that is going to be like the meta, I feel like, when it comes to talking about PvP, because as you guys know, Hyperspace Hunter Islamok is in every single team. Every team has full shields, and if you can do 180% more damage, that's going to be insane, especially if you have a G-Ster account that is going against the Doom Terminator Vulcan meta, where you can actually win before round 6 with a G-Ster with all your dots. If they also have Ship Crusher on an S tier hero, that's going to be insane. But the big one that I want to talk about here is Hunter Focus. And I actually have, hold on, I actually have Hunter Focus. So let me jump over to this real quick. Let's go to our new screen here. I kind of did a bad job cropping this out. I need to fix it. But Hunter Focus reads as follows. If one's own critical hit chance is greater or equal to 50%, which is pretty low, the total damage caused by oneself will be increased by 30%. So essentially, if your hero has at least 50% crit chance, you have the Defier effect for the entire HP bar. However, in combat, this can be modified by heroes like going up against a Scarlet Queen Halora or other heroes, bosses and stuff that can lower your crit chance. That does mean you need a healthy amount of crit, but if we jump over to our live servers here, I mean, most of our big damage dealers are well over that. Even like our Vulcan here, we're at 55. Having that sweet spot 50 or higher is going to be great. Optimally, you want to be in the 70 to 80% range, especially for like Star Expedition stuff, because there's something that works interestingly with Balanced Strike. If a single portion of your active ability doesn't crit, it actually adds the extra 30 damage to all of your hits, including your critical hits on the hit. So it's almost where you don't want to go for 100% crit on a hero that is doing something like Star Expedition that hits multiple times, because one basic or active hit that doesn't crit gives you the damage boost, which is really important. And now at this point, if you're still, I mean, luckily it's only 50%, and it's not like if you're over 100%, which is really hard to acquire. I mean, you can see here our Lord of Fear Aspen is fitted with a crit. We are set up with a crit node here. And on top of that, our copy can have crit, which honestly wouldn't probably be the best pick here. It would be better in this case, but what that means is S tier heroes can be even more disgusting now, because not only can you have Giant Killer, which basically gives you double damage overall, You can have Defier when dealing damage to a target with 70% or above. You're doing 30% more damage. And now with this new effect, Hunter Focus, again, only for S tier heroes and higher, if one's own critical hit is greater than or equal to 50%, which again, like we just talked about, is pretty easy to accomplish, the total damage caused by oneself will be increased by 30%. Again, so that means you're going to be doing 160% crit or additional damage. However, if you really want to optimize, like again, if you want to optimize, the better way to go for it is not even getting Defier on a Lord of Fear Aspen, because technically he does better with damaging, of course, people that are at 59% or lower. Essentially, they have to have less than 60%. So 59 and lower is easier to explain it, to do more damage. Now, you guys have seen in our Star Expedition, if you do have Defier, it's almost as good as hitting below 60%. So there is like a little bit of a leeway there, which is pretty nice. However, with this new ability, it doesn't matter. It simply does not matter where you are on an HP bar. You're just getting 30% more damage, and having 50% should not be difficult for a good majority of your heroes. Now, that does mean upgrading heroes is a little bit more important, but I don't think that pushes people to wanting to use the Soul Perfection system, because even if we jump, honestly, away from TapTap back to our main server here, like we have Soul Perfection, and if we did want to take like our A tier hero and get them up to an S tier, it would be so costly. It would not even be worth it. It would be probably better off going over to the auction house, trying to find your S tier copy and just buying it for that price, which is a little over double a normal Lord of Fear Aspen cost. But what that will do is it'll open up more options for your hero, and of course more damage overall. I'm kind of intrigued to see if any other heroes have S tiers up right now. Actually, I should just check to see what S tiers are up at all. So there are some Vessas. Again, Vessa might be the go-to hero to go for in the new version of Star Expedition. It might be better going away from that, and they are a lot more cost effective. You can see there's 3 of them, or sorry, 2 of them up for bid. The blonde hair and Fiona kind of threw me for a loop there. Even an S tier Vessa is a lot cheaper there. The only downside is she's only kind of useful in Star Expedition, whereas Lord of Fear Aspen is kind of useful everywhere, and you can see the prices just climbing higher and higher. Insane picks up even on Elena. Wow, that's a really good Elena copy. But you can see you can probably snag a Vessa copy for really not that much. Man, that kind of makes me want to go for this copy now. Well, anyway, this video will be out after this timer ends anyway, but we'll have to see how it is, because again, building tenants and stuff for her is a little bit annoying. It would be nice if you could somehow run 2 damage dealers in Star Expedition, and hey, maybe you can in the future. I would not be surprised if these S tiers get bought up today after you guys hear what Hunter Focus can do and how useful she can be in the new 100 and lower layer of Star Expedition. So let me know what you guys think. Again, I'll throw it up on screen one more time here. Hunter Focus, absolutely amazing. It's literally going to be the thumbnail. You're going to be doing so much more damage, but you need an S tier hero. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.